I wasn't trying to one-up banana bread when I came up with this recipe because, what could be better than banana bread? But I don't know, I kind of did a little bit. I don't know. So 100 grams of butter. This butter is ice cold because I keep mine in the freezer, but I'm still going to use the whole stick. That little part that gets cut off is going to be melted, and I'll use it later in the recipe. Here I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter teaspoon of pink salt, and a scant quarter teaspoon of cardamom, something between an eighth and a quarter, depending on how crazy you are about cardamom. And then I added 125 grams of dark brown sugar, but golden brown is okay, and 50 grams of white granulated sugar. And adding to that, 1 large egg, cold room temperature, either is fine because the whole thing is going to get heated up on top of a bain-marie. So for a bain-marie, usually it's a couple inches of simmering water on the stove with a bowl on top, and you keep that going, but I didn't want to show you my stove right now because it is what it is. So I have my steaming water here on a towel, and I will stir it around, and it'll sort of get warm and thick and soupy. Not like super fluffy, but kind of in between thick and soupy. It's hard to describe, and it won't necessarily be like hot to the touch, just like as warm as a pocket. And now, while it's still on the heat, I will add my vanilla and my butter. For this to go more quickly, I think if the butter is the temperature from the refrigerator, probably better than if it were coming straight out of the freezer. And then the butter gets whisked in until it's fully incorporated. And at that point, I take it off the heat and quickly get to cutting up my bananas. Next, I put my liquids back onto my digital scale so I can weigh out 100 grams of flour, which I spoon very lightly over the top to make it easier when I go to fold it in. I am actually a notorious undermixer, so I'm trying to be efficient and effective by rotating the bowl as I go so that I am thorough but not aggressive, if that makes sense. I'm a little obsessed with this batter. It's really good, not gonna lie. So I put the bananas on top. This is like 1.5, 1 3/4 of a banana, not quite all of them. And then I brush the tops of the bananas with butter. That little bit of butter I had melted at the beginning, that butter. And if I have a little extra, I'll just pour it over the top. And then after that's done, I will sprinkle the tops with like teaspoon and a half of sugar. After it's baked in a preheated oven for 30 to 40 minutes, and full disclosure, this one got a little bit overbaked. I mean, I couldn't help it. It smells ridiculous while it's baking up, and I guess I just wanted to like extend that experience. But it was delicious. I mean, like I said, it's really good, and I do think I prefer having this to banana bread right now. I mean, maybe just because of quarantine, we had a lot of banana bread. But I am proud of this recipe, I think, if I'm allowed to say that.